We go to the very important part of the season, the Sunraysia Footy and Netball, the Ouyen United Kangas and their coaches with me, Scotty Grigg. Scott, how are you?
Yeah, very good, Flowman. Yourself?
Yes, I'm very well. Out and about at the Mallee Machinery Field Days. I'll tell you one thing, if the players that don't make the finals, they've certainly got a job on the barbecue anywhere, because these blokes cooked up the best steak sandwiches in the universe.
Did they really? That's great to see.
They were brilliant, and actually they were calling over the overhead address system a few times for any more volunteers for the Ouyen United Kangas steak sandwiches. We need more people cooking steak sandwiches. They got them going, the old boys, out on the Speed Mallee Machinery Field Days PA system. But great stuff from all involved in that, and from the Kangas and the Netty girls and all that in the kitchen and out there in that still shed where they have the food. It was really good. It was really good too, Scott, when you beat South, your best game of the season, 24-14, 158 to 5-12-42. The light switch has been switched on. The Kangas have arrived. This was an impressive performance.
Yeah, no, the boys really stood up. We trained a different brand of footy over the bye weekend, and they delivered in spades. The opposition wasn't great, unfortunately. They are struggling at South Mildura at the moment, but to the players' credit, they really knuckled down, and to be able to kick 15 goals in the second half was really pleasing.
Yeah, pleasing because it's a four-quarter effort. They were good early against you, but then you came out with a 6-goal second quarter. Then you added a massive third quarter where you put 8 through the big 6 without even missing one. And then the fourth quarter, 7-4. So a lot of scoring opportunities. And Reid Stevens and Dallas Wilsmore, you had the luxury of having those blokes being able to kick goals.
Yeah, and like you said, we were able to play for 4 quarters, and at half-time we spoke about increasing our accuracy, and the boys were really able to advance the ball to better areas on the ground. And as you said, we kicked 8 goals in the third quarter and 7 in the last.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. Jamal Daly, absolutely magnificent. Travis Parsons and Tom Headley, some new fellas like Melvin Tataya, and also James Morris, one of your legends, and Dale Wilsmore, the star up there with those 5. A really good effort from all of them. And then when you sort of take that into account, you look at the other matches. Rimple, too good for Imperials. You called this that it would be one-sided, and there was 37 scoring shots to 8. So a pretty big win to Rimple.
Yeah, Rimple have started to get some players back on the tracks. They've still got a couple more to come back, and as they do towards the point into the season, they always seem to be there when it counts.
Yeah, it really will be. Robinvale Euston had an absolute scare out at John James at 8-19-67 to 8-7-55, and they really showed something. I picked Mildura in this game. I thought they might even win it away, but it just shows you Robinvale Euston are still at the top of the table for a reason.
Yeah, they're very hard to beat at their home ground, and I still think it's a pretty open ball game at the top of the ladder there with Robinvale, Rimple and Mildura.
Yeah, it could go either way when we get into the business end of finals this year. Having a look now at the other senior footy match, and it was a good performance by Merbeen. 13-14-92 to give their fans something out of the year. Redcliffe's 8-17-65. Merbeen have finally got going.
Close in most games they've played this year, and believe it or not, if some results go their way, they're still actually a fleeting chance to make the 4.
Yeah, what an incredible season it's been this year. Having a look through the grades and the 2s from the Ouyen United Kangas, and they came out against a pretty reasonable side on the other side, South. South beat them 15-14 to 6-8, but South have got a lot of good players back in their reserves.
Yeah, they seem to have dropped 4 or 5 players last week that were in a position to qualify for finals, which obviously depleted their seniors. But that's what the club chose to do, and our boys were really competitive and tried hard all day.
They certainly did. They were in the match. Very good opening from South with 6 goals. After that, wasn't too bad from your lads. And having a look, Frank Gordon and Ryan Monaghan, Kyle Sport having a great season. Patrick Sherry, Jace Monaghan, and Caleb Farnsworth. The great Farnsworth was also playing well. Frank Gordon with 4, and Ryan Monaghan booted a couple for you. Jai Robinson and John Hawkins played well for South, and they had plenty of goal kicking there from Ben Hughes with 4 goals. Having a look through to the under-14 lads, and the boys have come out well here this year and done a good job against South, who are always one of the top sides in juniors. 11-4 to South, Ouyen United 5-3. How did that one unfold?
Yeah, it was a lot closer most of the day. South kicked clear later in the game, and South are undefeated. So James Morris continues to develop these boys. I was out on the oval before the season came last night, and just some of the drills that he's getting them to do are drills that you would probably ask from senior players, and the kids are really responding to him.
Yeah, very much so. Well done, James. Corbin Copeman, well done too. Harry Scott, 2, and Finn Brown, 1. Corbin Copeman, Harry Scott, Finn Brown, Darcy Plant, Liam Bond and Kai Weathers all made the better players on the day. We have a look at round 16 action, and this gets very interesting. Irimple and Wentworth at Henshelwood. And I know you can never say as a coach of another club, but you're really hoping that Irimple absolutely nail Wentworth.
I am, but I truly believe Irimple will win that game.
Yep, and Ouyen United, of course, come up against Robinvale. We'll come to your games in a minute, because Merbein play Imperials. You made an interesting comment before with the last 3 games. Merbein would have to win them all and win them well, but they could start doing that at Kenny Park this week.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're getting a few players back too. Their captain's back playing some good footy. They've got a really solid, even group of players there, and they'll win that game easily. All
right, and then we go to Mildura and Redcliffs. Redcliffs have been really competitive, and at Brian Waitman Oval, Mildura, I think the home side get the points.
Yeah, they have been competitive, but they've just been probably 3 or 4 goals off most teams, and Mildura will bounce back here.
And over to your games at Blackburn Park, and I tell you what, she's a big day. We've got Renee, but she's come out with all of these magnificent fundraisers, and the girls are helping her, and she does a terrific job there at Hare on Oak in Oak Street, and Renee Hullins put together a pink day. So the boys are wearing pink socks for the Ouyen United boys, and that could just be a runaway pink sock win over the Robinvale Euston boys.
Yeah, there'll be plenty of pinks there. The players are wearing socks, and there's plenty of beanies around there for a very worthy cause with the breast cancer. So it's a very important day for the ladies. We're just going to focus on what we've been training over the last 2 or 3 weeks. The boys are really pleased, and we'll be trying to kick as many goals as we can, and Robinvale will have to kick plenty to beat us.
They certainly will. I'm going to go with a big upset. Robinvale Euston had lost 1 game this year this season, but I reckon this week the Ouyen United Kangas can do the job and get up and win. And the twos have probably got one of their best sides in, because you've got your players come back into your ones.
Yeah, they have. They're getting a stronger team on the ground. They still rotate quite a few players through on a weekly basis, which makes it hard for Todd to get any continuity into what he's trying to achieve with them. But yeah, the boys really, the Mallee heads put their heads down each week and play a competitive game.
Yeah, they certainly will. And it'll be a tough game for the 14s. They've got a tough one against the 3rd place Robinvale Euston. But they will put in a big effort here. And they got that close to South last week, and they've got real close to Mildura. So I reckon there'll be a real chance against Robinvale Euston.
No, they will be, mate. I was, like I said, I was watching them train last night, and if the old saying goes, you play how you train, they'll play a very good brand of footy tomorrow.
We're looking forward to it. The Pink Day, Renee Hulland and her team putting together a fundraiser for cancer research into breast cancer, which we thoroughly support here and encourage those to get along to Blackburn Park and get along and see the Ouyen United Kangas come and support their home deck side against the very, very powerful Robinvale Euston combination. And Scotty Grigg, I look forward to hearing the results come through, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Not a problem, mate. Thanks for your support.